Well, you know we love overachievers here on the Today Show.
We do. Especially when they're like, you know,
5.
pocket-sized.
Trekking through the steep mountainous terrain of the Himalayas. What about that with your kids? It's an extraordinary feat for any adventurer, but the challenge is made much more difficult when you have tiny little itty-bitty legs.
Our next guest, Gabriel, is just 5 years old.
No.
And he made it to Everest Base Camp with his family over the Easter holidays. And Gabriel with his mum, Shireen, dad, Graham, and brother, Zach, join us now live from Cairns.
Bravo.
G'day, guys.
Well done.
Whoa.
Hello, Karl. Hi, Ali.
How are you?
Really good, thank you.
Tired? I imagine tired.
Tell us about the adventure.
We've
16
had a week to
days,
relax.
100 Ks. Tell us all about it.
Well, I guess we flew into Lukla and then we walked and we kept walking until we got there. And Gabriel plodded on through the sickness and a bit of altitude and he just kept going. So it was great.
I mean, this is an extraordinary achievement, I think, for anyone just to make to Everest Base Camp. But when you were 5, how did he go with it? Because I imagine at times, some days were tougher than others. You sort of touched on, I know he got food poisoning at one stage.
Probably the day that he got food poisoning was been the hardest because we had to go up a steep slope into a place called Namche Bazaar, and it's quite a steep lot of stairs and a lot of people get puffed out. And he was sick halfway up and had been sick all that morning, and we just took it 10 metres at a time, and gradually we got there, and it might have taken us much longer than anyone else, but it didn't matter because he just kept going. And that was the most important thing, to not give up.
So it's 16 days of walking with a 5-year-old. I mean, that's taking
and
on a
the
lot.
3-year-old in the backpack.
Wow.
Wow.
Why did you
If he
do
can
it?
do it, he can do it. When Gabriel's 4 years old, he turned around and told us that he wanted to be a mountaineer and he wanted to climb Mount Everest. So when you've got a 4-year-old, you go, well, that's a pretty ambitious goal. Let's start small. So we started on climbing all the local mountains and got more and more mountains, ended up going to Mount Kosciuszko National Park and went round there, climbed the 10 highest peaks of Australia that are all in that national park. And once we'd done that across 4 days, we knew that he was probably ready to go up to Everest Base Camp, and that's what we did. So it's just one step, I guess, on his goal to climb Mount Everest.
Hey, Gabriel, can you tell me how the walk was and what your favourite part was and what the worst bit was?
My favourite part was seeing the domes. And the worst part was when I was sick.
Yeah.
But you must be very happy now. When do you think that you might climb Mount Everest? What's a good age for you to do that, do you think?
Soon.
Really?
Soon.
Yeah.
I think maybe in about 10 years.
And only 10 years. That's good. And what do you like about climbing?
Because I get to climb all the walks and things.
Shireen, how do you feel
like
about
doing the climbing of
your
the
boy
rocks?
taking on something like an Everest? At some point, you're going to have huge mother's anxiety.
No, not really, because I think Graham and myself, we've been adventurers all our lives, and we like taking risks and just getting out of our comfort zone and doing a little bit of a crazy thing. So we're really supportive of Gabriel's dreams and ambitions, and we're all the way with him. And if he wants to climb Mount Everest one day, we're going to support him and probably go along for the ride.
My question, I just think of 16 days, right? I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I'm just visualising how that would play out in our family. Many tantrums along the way?
Yes.
There were a few, but I think it was mostly because they were bored. So we just we took a few things, some card games and some toys and cars to keep them occupied. But we also had a really good guide and 2 really great porters, and they were really supportive, and they played with the kids and entertained them along the way. And the locals were really friendly, so they actually had a really great time.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. It's terrific. Well done to you all on setting a goal and achieving it. We look forward to seeing what you do in the next couple of years. Appreciate your time. From beautiful Cairns in far north Queensland.
A lot warmer than Mount Everest Base Camp, I imagine. Thank you, guys. And if you ever want to swap kids, I'm open to the idea.
Or just take her kids.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Ali's in.
Flexible.
G'day, it's Ali.
And Karl.
Thanks for watching the Today YouTube channel.
Subscribe now for brand new videos every day and exclusive bonus clips.
Ali, say please.
Please? Why?
Please. I don't know.